Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I'm your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I am back with my buddy Ryan Ennis. Ryan, how's it going, man?
Going pretty good, man. It's been a long time since we did one of these.
That's what it feels like. What's it, like 2, 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think it's been 3 weeks. Because it's going on 4 weeks for you.
Yeah,
So it may be, yeah.
it's somewhere in there. Well, the running joke I have now is I'm the thinner me.
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm glad everything worked out for you. That shit was some pretty serious shit. But now you're on the mend.
Yeah, 'cause like I don't know if I told you, they cut me from rib to rib.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so for those that were unaware, I had to have hernia surgery, and I want to thank everybody over at Christiana Hospital in Delaware for doing a top-notch job, even though I was stuck in there for 10 days. But Tuesday will be 4 weeks since surgery. I'm doing physical therapy 3 days a week now, so things are looking up.
No,
So
that's good,
now it's
man.
your turn.
Oh, bro, I'm both very looking forward and dreading this. For
You're
those who don't
excited
know,
and terrified at the same time.
that's exactly it, bro. For those who don't know, I am 35 years old and I need complete, total shoulder replacement. So,
I told you you're going to be, even though you won't have both done, you're going to be the white version of Jax from Mortal Kombat.
yeah, no, that's what it seems like. But yeah, it's going to be at a hospital in Brooklyn, community hospital, I think it's called.
Uh huh.
New York Community. It's old Coney Island, old Kings Highway Hospital, from what my mom said, whatever the fuck that means.
Okay. Hey,
And
you don't
yeah,
give a
so,
shit as long as they do it right.
bro, yeah, that's it. I'm just so tired of this. It's been a year and a half now, over a year and a half.
I can, phew, I can tell you this story before we get going. When I was in, they wouldn't discharge me until they put me. They call it like a step down, where it's like because I was in like an ICU like room where like they had like all the windows and doors shut, like so you couldn't catch anything.
Yeah,
I hated and like I can't describe like how much I say the word hate when they put me in this step down room. I'm not a claustrophobic person, but it was like the smallest frigging room you could ever imagine, and it just had a hospital bed, a door for your bathroom, a little like area with two chairs that people could sit in, and like that was it. And every night, because I was in there 2 nights in that room, or 3 nights before they sent me home. My nurse at night would come in and be like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna shut your door, for the night so you can get some sleep." I'm like, "No, please don't do that."
yeah, that's. I don't know. They're saying I may have to go in for recovery, like the hell's it called? Rehabilitation, like to
Yeah.
actually go to a place.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really looking forward to that. But if that is the case, we're gonna try to see if I can get put into the one that my wife works at.
Yeah, that would be great.
So yeah,
But no, I
hopefully,
don't blame you, dude. I mean, no knock on those facilities, but you hear the horror stories.
yeah. But that's also for like older people. I want to see somebody try that shit with me.
Well, that's true too. They wouldn't be messing with you even if you had one messed up arm.
Oh yeah, no, because I have a mouth.
That is so true. All right. Before we get going, don't forget to check out our social media stuff. You can find it at facebook.com/. American Sports Connection or on Twitter at ASC Pods. Also, real quick, don't forget to check out our sponsors. You can find them. It's TSC Digital Media. You can find them on Twitter at TSC Wrestling Mag. That's all one word. Use promo code ASCPOD and you can get 20% off your order. Honestly, with wrestling news, I had mentioned this to you, and this is just a blanket statement, but I've been very underwhelmed with the build up to WrestleMania to this point.
Oh, you and I both. Everything is just so ridiculously predictable. Everything that comes from WrestleMania, I mean, from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania has just become so ridiculously predictable that it's kind of like a whole bunch of fucking dead time.
Well, this is my thing, and I really like him, but it's how many weeks can you do the same shit with him is Braun Strowman.
No, you're right.
Like, I like Braun, but it's just like, how many times can you do variations of him beating up Elias?
No, you're right.
No, like, it was fun the first week, like, when he had, like, the giant cello and he's trying to play it, and you know what I mean? But it's, yeah. I don't know. I mean, honestly, and I don't think there's a voice in creative right now that would say this. I don't necessarily think it would be a bad thing to keep some of these talents off television for a couple weeks just to like freshen them up. It's like, it's not that it's going to kill them, you know, because there's still 5 weeks till Mania.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say.
I will say the stuff with Nia and Asuka, they had good matches, but it's just I don't know, like the stuff with her and Bliss, like where she's crying, it's just kind of corny.
Oh, that was awful. That was awful. That was really bad. And
then
I just don't.
And then the video you sent me of her doing the backbreaker or a side slam or something.
Yeah, she was trying to do a backbreaker and forgot what knee. Yeah, that was bad. That was awful. I watched that and I was like, did that really just happen? Yeah, that was bad. It's just, I don't care, like, I said it to you the other night, Ronda Rousey needs a mouthpiece.
I will say this. I agree with you there, but how do I want to say this? Like, when she gets going, it's not bad. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just still feel like she recites things too much. But yeah. I know that's going to come in time, and I'm being picky, but they want to put her in WrestleMania. I have a right to be picky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the other thing that she does really well, and it's weird because she does this really well, and usually it's harder for talent to do it. You know what I mean? Like, one of the last things that people struggle with is her facial expressions.
Oh, I think her facial expressions are so awful. Yeah. I think they're so overdone. Like, I don't feel like there's anything natural about her. Like, and I never did. Like, when she's fighting in the UFC, I thought her fucking resting bitch face, like her her walkout face, I wasn't impressed. People were like, "Oh, that's a BMF face." Like, no, that's. There were times when it was good, but then there was times where it was fake.
Yeah, like, what do you call it? Where, like, it's okay, it's time to turn on the switch.
Yeah, like for a real fight, like I understand that shit was legit, but then there were other times when she tried to put it on, and it's like, who are you trying to fool? Like that looks fake. Like you're looking angry instead of just being angry.
And I'll tell you this: I was legitimately concerned for Stephanie on Monday.
Why that fucking awful ass Samoan drop?
Yes. I mean, let me put it to you this way: you know it's bad when Tommy Dreamer put out a tweet and was like, "Please do it this way. Sincerely, a concerned wrestler," or something like that. Like it was pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she just like jumped backwards. That was crazy.
And I don't know, like, and then it wasn't this past week, but it was I think 2 weeks ago when the thing where Triple H just attacks Kurt out of nowhere. It made like absolutely no sense.
Well, where he just punched and Kurt fell over?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awful. Like, and that became a meme. Like, Kurt just standing there.
Yes, where
Yeah.
like he looks like he's whistling while he would work, you know?
If you really take a look at his interactions with Ronda in the ring, he's given her a lot of her clues, her cues, I should say.
And you've been watching Kurt Angle too much.
What do you mean?
I'm messing with you because you slipped up.
What do you mean?
Where you know how Kurt always will mess up his lines. It's terrible.
Oh yeah. I also think a lot of that is like fucking early onset dementia from all those fucking head injuries.
Yeah. That's very true, but like it's weird just how he'll like say something and it makes like absolutely no sense. You know what I mean? Like he'll catch himself and then he's like, "Oh, well, I mean, da da da."
Yeah, poor Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I actually do feel bad for him because I initially didn't watch that match when he was the fill-in for the Shield.
Oh, it wasn't terrible.
No, but I went back and watched it, and it's crazy how like stiff and like
Yeah.
rigid he is.
Yeah, he can't move his neck, but he's been like that for a while. I just don't think it showed as much when he was in TNA. But he always took them weird bumps once he had the second fusion surgery.
Yeah, well,
Because
like, good.
Yeah, because he has all 4 of his points fused.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, because remember, I think it was Braun. Didn't Braun like put him through a table?
Yeah, but very, very, very safely. He had his head
I know.
so
That's what
cradled.
I was gonna say. You could see how like super careful he was with him. So it's just, I mean, I really like Kurt Angle, but it's just I don't know what at this point in his career him and Triple H are gonna do to like wow the crowd.
I don't think anything, but
Yeah, well, honestly, it might be more so just for the, hey, it's Ronda Rousey and like name value and what's the word I'm looking for? You know, like to get on ESPN or
publicity.
yes, thank you. I just couldn't figure out what I was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I don't know. I guess they couldn't get The Rock because The Rock would have made the most sense. But you know.
I agree. Well, and you know that those two are going to do the heavy lifting in that match anyway, and then Ronda and Steph will probably do a spot here or there to get everyone excited.
Oh yeah.
Because especially after watching her do that Samoan drop, I can understand why they're not letting her wrestle one-on-one. Like that was scary because the way she she almost like almost did it like a Death Valley Driver in a way where she kind of like, you know what I mean? Like how when Cena picks somebody up and dumps them to the side.
Yeah.
She kind of, instead of doing that, she kind of like rolled.
That's gonna be a new finishing move. To fucking jumping Samoan ass backwards drop.
Yeah, there you go. We started a new finisher in WWE.
I mean, like, look, I mean, she may be awful now, but like, I'm gonna give her credit. She's a fucking amazing athlete. Like,
oh, absolutely. And I don't give a damn what anyone says. That's regardless. That's a hard transition. You know, to go from being like a legitimate fighter to
fake fighting,
choreographing stuff.
Yeah, that's what Kurt said. The hardest thing was letting himself be thrown.
Yeah, because you're used to just beating the shit out of someone or, you know, fighting to win. And now you have to go, like you just said, you have to learn to have, to trust somebody. Basically.
Yep.
And I could see where that would be very difficult. Now, did you watch the video I sent you of Rusev and Lana, the hype for the Mixed Match Challenge coming up?
Yes, with the food.
That was so funny. Like, Rusev is one of the funniest characters they have when they let him show his personality.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you, by chance, watch the Mixed Match Challenge this past week when they had Bliss and Strowman against Naomi and her husband?
No.
It was good. They've been teasing this tension with Bliss and Strowman, like that they really like each other.
That's ridiculous. Was that when she fell on top of him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then, yeah, I saw that.
But it was funny because the one, I always forget which one it is, but the Uso was teasing Braun about it, and Braun basically, like, sprinted and chased him down like he was a linebacker. It was frightening.
Yeah, man. He's a scarily fast dude.
Yeah, I remember watching, and I think it was for SummerSlam, when they had, like, you know, media responsibilities and stuff. They were talking to him, and he was saying he's been trying to get a sponsorship with Chipotle because he spends he said he spends like $100 or more a week at eating at Chipotle.
That's crazy.
Because he likes, like, and they were like, well, what do you get? And he said like this ginormous thing that he gets every time he goes there. I just think that's insane to spend that much money on food.
Well, $100 a week really isn't a hell of a lot of money. Especially when you're eating as much as they have to each. That's really not a lot of money on food.
Well, that's true.
And that's actually less than $10. About $13 a day. That's for 3 meals.
Well, yeah, you got a point. And I mentioned this to someone else. I said, you don't realize how huge Braun Strowman is until you see him live. Like, the camera
absolutely
doesn't make it believable, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you see him live, you're just like, holy shit. I mean, and I was far up, like way up in like the mezzanine and shit.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wow.
Yeah, that's a big dude.
Hell yeah, man. And what amazes me is how he got in such good shape for his size.
Yeah, he's just a freak athlete, bro. He really is.
Yeah, because he was a former power lifter, right?
That comes since debuting as a fucking Black Sheep Wyatt.
Yeah.
And it's great that they never refer to that.
Yeah, they pretended it didn't exist.
Yeah, that failed. Don't bring it up.
Oh, that's what I want to talk to you about. You just reminded me of something. Uh, Matt and Bray at the Hardy compound.
Apparently that was filmed yesterday.
Yeah, I was reading that, and they're not going to do it for Mania.
No, it's going to be before Mania. Maybe, I don't know when, though. Because you couldn't have that
pay per view before
no.
Before Mania.
No, unless it's going to be on like a Raw.
Yeah. I'm wondering if this is how they're going to reintroduce Jeff.
Oh, probably as the nefarious brother
he's been medically
Nero.
Cleared.
Was he?
Yes.
The nefarious brother Nero.
Yeah, I wonder. This is just a thought, because I know Matt owns everything now, because Anthem basically gave up. I wonder if they're actually going to change his name now to Broken, like when they have the thing at the Hardy compound.
I don't think they will, because then he will own the rights to that. So if he leaves, WWE won't be able to do anything with Broken Matt Hardy if he owns the rights to it. But they can make DVDs of Woken Matt Hardy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because I had heard people say, well, maybe he'll change it, and do it at the Fire and all that shit. I was like, well, it would make no sense to do that.
Yeah, no, I mean, you could do the exact same gimmick with just changing one letter.
No,
there's nothing else. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for him to do that.
But I was just thinking about this. My God, what a difference a year makes for Bray Wyatt. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Where at this time last year, he had the belt, he was world champion, and then just went into the shitter and had possibly the worst WrestleMania match of all time.
What, last year?
Yeah.
That was up there, but I mean, yeah, it's definitely one of the worst title matches of all time. Mania's had some pretty shitty matches.
It's just I'm just amazed at how far he fell within the confines of like one calendar year.
Yeah, I have no. He's been a lost cause for a while, and now apparently, like, Vince is like upset with him. It doesn't feel like he was in character at the last pay-per-view.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know.
I always thought it might have been best for him to ask for his release and kind of take a break for a while,
Yeah, I mean, I was never. I don't know how to put it. Like, I was never a real big Bray Wyatt fan to begin with. Like, I was like, okay, he has a cool gimmick, but I don't know.
No, I know what you mean, but I think WWE did a lot more disservice to that character than anything.
Oh, absolutely. They did nothing to help that character along.
Because when you think about it, that first year, he had a lot. He had really cool promos, and like he said interesting things, and then it was just kind of okay, and then it just slowly tailed off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree 1,000%.
Talking about
it was different. It was unique.
Yeah. Talking about guys that fell too is Kevin and Sammy. Jesus Christ, what are they doing with them?
Well, I kind of like this with, now it's Sammy turning on Kevin the other night.
No, I do like that. It just, to me, sometimes it just feels like they have no clue what they're doing. You got like, how do I want to say? Like almost throw it up against a wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, I have a problem with it only because it feels like a rehashing of the Jericho storyline from last year.
Yes, I agree with that.
But I also like the fact that they're doing it kind of with the role reversed, at least as of this week, with KO being the one who ended up losing because Zayn went in for his own.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you saw SmackDown this weekend. I mean this Tuesday, but Zayn pinned Owens after a haluva kick.
Yes.
So I mean, like, I'm okay with that, like, because that's fucking different.
I agree. I've honestly I've been trying to watch SmackDown, but it's been bad. It's been bad.
Yeah, and there was a long time where that was not the case, where that was the much better of the two shows.
Yeah, because, like, when I was sick in the hospital, I'll give you an example, and I had nowhere to go and nothing to do, and I wasn't watching the product. I was watching other stuff. It did not keep me entertained or invested in any sense of the word.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, bro, all I have is time, and I don't watch a lot of the product. Although I will say, since the last time we did a show, 205 Live has been fucking fantastic. It's a different show.
They've really gotten that rectified.
Yeah, well, Triple H is in charge.
Well, there you go.
That's the difference now. Triple H is now in charge.
Yeah, and I know they I it might have been this week. They had or last week. Buddy Murphy debuted.
Yeah, but that dude don't look nowhere near 205, and now they're saying he's like 197 now.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
You beat me to it. I was gonna say that's what you were gonna say. Get the fuck out of here. And because they got some of the NXT guys on there now too. Like I know Roderick Strong's on there.
Yeah. Now I can see that they're starting with the pairing up because they paired up with Tommy and Akira Tozawa.
That's a very interesting team.
Yeah, I just hope that this really is the start of a pretty, good thing with the tag team, because I sent you the supposed design of the NXT tag team. I mean, the 205 Live tag team titles. They look pretty nifty. I mean, and I like the fact that they look like they're in the same realm. Yeah.
It almost feels like, and I know the one guy got hurt, so it's shitty luck. They could have kept the Singh brothers on there and used them as a tag team.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put it past it. I mean, they have more fucking experience right now than most of the tag teams on the roster, traveling with the WWE champion for 6 months.
Right, and they could have at least made these other teams that they're just throwing together, like Itami and Tozawa, and make them at least look credible in a tag match. But if I remember correctly, the one got hurt and blew his knee out.
Yeah, ACL or MCL.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, Bobby Fish did that. He blew his MCL and ACL, I think.
Yeah, 6 months. He had surgery already, I believe.
Yeah, that's shitty timing for him.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Because, like I told you earlier, him and his tag partner were really starting to get some momentum.
Kyle O'Reilly, yeah. Yep.
Who honestly does nothing for me in the personality department, but they are damn good wrestlers.
What a lot of people, I don't know if they may know if they watched Ring of Honor, but when they started
American Dragon.
No. Before that, Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole were Future Shock.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
before they broke up, before they went the single way, before Adam Cole, baby, they were Future Shock together.
Yeah, that's way back in the day.
Yep, that's around the same time as the Bravados.
Okay, yay, that's true. I completely forgot about that. Wow, that's an as they say, old school. That is definitely old school.
Yeah, that was around the time that I kind of got to know you and Ryan Clark and stuff like that. Because I remember being there for one show where they hadn't broken up yet.
Oh, okay.
And then I remember when they fought each other.
That's interesting. What
Oh,
what do
my
you
foot's
think?
asleep.
I personally love it of NXT getting the secondary title.
I like it. Again, it's just showing the commitment that they want to have to the brand. But I think it's good. I think it's overdue. No, and I think that it allows them.
The way they're introducing it, bro, is like holy shit. You know, introducing it with a bang.
Oh yeah, no, I fully agree. I think it's great. They're gonna be highlighting a lot of fucking, or at least one new guy, two new guys, with EC3 and Ricochet.
Yeah. I think it's cool that Ricochet is going to be in it.
Oh, me too, bro. I think that they want to fast track him to 205.
Yeah, it makes sense. And now, 205, and I hate to say it like this, but it really was before. 205 isn't the death sentence that it was before.
No, I agree. It's really got a good future.
Right, especially if they let Triple H run it with, everybody kind of hands off.
Yeah, no, he's definitely more in line with, no one was good.
No, I agree, because it was it Adam? I think it was Adam Page that was running 205 Live before. He used to wrestle in Ring of Honor.
No, fuck, Adam Pearce.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Adam Pearce.
Adam Page is Hangman Page.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that.
No, that's so good.
But no, he was the guy that was running 205 Live before Triple H took over. So I could probably see, because they said his style was very, deliberate.
Yeah, 205 has been fantastic. Plus the little vignettes in the beginning of everything. It's like watching a completely different show.
The only thing, the only thing I don't like is that they've had this long build up to get a new champion.
What do you mean?
The tournament. I just personally thought it's too long.
I like it only because I feel like they're not rushing something for once.
Well, yeah, that's true too. My whole thing was, I guess, because from where it had gone previously, you're like, oh God, how are they gonna take from this day, right now to get to WrestleMania to get a new champion? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I
cool. Also
good.
I think it gives them time to tell a story, though.
No, I agree with that.
And make every match count. Now they're doing them little backstage vignettes, like they had the one with Mustafa Ali. It looked like he was in a park. It was just different. It was grittier, and I was like, all right, I could get behind this. No fucking girlfriend storyline.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Where they're making it stand out and be different from anything else on the other brands.
What I really liked was when fucking Gulak said something along the lines of, but I haven't opened up PowerPoint in weeks. Getting past the whole PowerPoint presentation. I don't know if you saw
No.
205 this week. He was being interviewed, and whoever was asked what his plan was, and he goes, if I had something to say, it would probably be in a PowerPoint presentation. But it's not like I've opened up Microsoft Office in the last few weeks anyway, because I've been doing nothing but focusing on beating up my opponents.
That's great.
This is the gimmick he should have had instead of a fucking suit wearing guy talking about PowerPoint. He's been a tough dude.
Yeah, my favorite shit with him, and I know that they're not going to do it anymore because obviously Enzo's not there, was when he would come out and be like, "Where's all my ghouls at?"
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all over with.
Oh, I know, because I'm out of touch from where I was in the hospital and missed like 2 weeks, and then I'm catching up,
Yeah, it's been really good.
What do you think of them having Rockstar Spud as like the face of the show?
It's worked. I have no problem with it. I mean, he seems to fit in.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it's not been bad.
No, he's been good in the authoritative role. I've had no problems with this so far. I have no other way to put it. Like, so far, there's nothing that I thought was bad or cringeworthy.
And that's saying something, dude, because it was really bad for a while.
Yeah, but I'm completely behind the idea of Rockstar Spud as the GM.
Yeah, with his very WWE-ized name.
Yeah, Drake Maverick.
And people will say, well, what do you mean by that? And what I mean is, it's just, when you hear that name, that's really sounds just like a name WWE would give somebody.
Yeah. No,
like,
absolutely.
I can't explain it. It's just
a very WWE name, yeah.
Yeah. What else was that? I'm actually looking forward to TakeOver, but that's nothing new. Those never failed to deliver.
Yeah, no, it's looking to be a really good card.
My question is, are they going to give Black the title, or are they going to let Almas run a little more with it?
I don't know. By not giving him the title, it ruins his undefeated streak.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Because I personally thought he would probably be up on the main roster after Mania this year.
You never know. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, because I think he's ready.
But you think he'd be on the main roster or like 205? He's not a big guy.
They could put him on 205 Live and it could work.
Because he's really not a big dude at all.
No. He's like my height and build. I believe, I'll tell you exactly. But he's not that much. He's 6 foot 215.
Yeah, he's small.
But I guess the cameras can lie sometimes, you know?
Yeah, no,
like,
you're not kidding.
You appear bigger than what you really are.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But no, with the way 205 Live is going now, they could put him and like Ricochet on there and they'd be fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm trying to think who all they could potentially call up.
I don't know. The rosters are pretty friggin' full.
Well, I know they just released a handful of NXT talents.
Yeah, one of them was
Abby
Kimberly. Yeah.
That shocked me.
That one surprised me. And they also got rid of Sage Beckett, who used to be Rosie Ladalove.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's another one I'm surprised.
Yeah, I saw that and was like, wow, that's really surprising.
Huh. I'm curious to see when they're going to debut War Machine.
Probably shortly after Mania.
I forgot to look at, because they just did the tapings. It might have been Wednesday night, the final tapings to, lead to NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
I don't think they debuted yet.
Okay. It makes sense that they would probably wait till after Mania. Especially if, they're going to call up a tag team, maybe like Authors of Pain, Because they've been rumored forever to go up. Although, what I was going to say is you could save, not call them up and maybe have War Machine have a match or two with them. That could be interesting.
Yeah, it's possible. In order to give War Machine like a WWE kind of rub.
Mm-hmm. Because I've seen both of those guys wrestle in tag and single live. They're fucking amazing.
War Machine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for their size, those dudes can move. I'm trying to think. There was something else I was going to mention. And I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh, the Roman Reigns stuff. What was the latest you had heard about that video?
All right. Okay. The guy was supposed to put out more detailed information either Tuesday or Wednesday, and apparently that's why Braun still doesn't have a Mania match, because WWE is actually really afraid of what could come out. So what he says is that there is some stuff that Robert Rodriguez, the guy who was busted, who's providing all this information, there's some information that he has claimed that he hasn't been able to find the evidence for yet. And he says it's there, but there's like 100,000 orders, and somebody apparently Roman Reigns used a fake name, and he doesn't want to put out this information until he's 100% certain that everything in there is 100% correct. And he said he doesn't care how long it takes, because he has, he's doing this for the facts, because these are what actually happened. He's not trying to cost anybody their job, but he's just reporting the truth. So he's just saying that he needs more time, and he's going to stay off of social media until it's done. So whether that means a couple of days, whether that means a couple of weeks, don't know. Apparently, he's spending 14 hours a day doing this.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, people have their opinions. I don't know. Because apparently part of the discussions with Lesnar last week, he was asked, if he's had any interactions with this guy. And Lesnar outright said yes, and then blew up at Vince and said, you're making a big deal about steroids, but every year this motherfucker here, and he pointed to Triple H, Arnold's for Mania.
Oh, wow.
And apparently that's why he didn't show up to Raw 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know they're having a lot of issues where, they're really worried about the main event now.
Yeah, especially if both of the people happen to come out as names, and Brock has already said yes.
Yeah, he's admitted that he's a client of his, right?
Well, not publicly, but apparently Vince asked, and he was like, "Yep." Or that
Yeah,
he had been in the past. Like, no, I don't think the argument is like, "Oh, Roman's on steroids all day, every day," but it's just evidence that he bought. That could be a big problem. He doesn't have to be on them right now, but if it comes out that that would just be bad PR.
yeah, like it was like back in the day when I can't remember the name, but it was that list came out and a bunch of WWE guys were on it, like Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio, and I forget who else.
Yeah, but apparently now there's supposed to be like actual evidence.
Oh wow. It should be interesting then because that's like if that comes out and they have like actual proof of everything, that's like WWE's worst nightmare.
Oh, absolutely.
From, like a PR standpoint and everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially considering uh, they do have, the wellness policy.
Watch it come out during the main event of fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah. Because people tend to forget this, unless you really know. If you're a part timer like Brock Lesnar or Triple H or The Undertaker or whomever, you don't get tested.
Is that the case?
Yeah. Because remember, they never popped Brock. The UFC got him. Because he tested dirty for them. And because if I remember correctly, the statement WWE put out was, well, he never tested positive under our wellness policy, so he's not going to be punished.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that.
But I'm fairly certain that the part-timers don't get tested.
That's crazy.
Isn't it when you think about it? And then,
absolutely.
You remember this when Roman got popped, it was 2 years ago, right?
Apparently that has connection with this, and apparently if they announced,
I was just going to bring it up because remember it was rumored it was for Adderall.
Yeah, apparently that may not be the case, or that may not be the only thing. And if that's the case, that could go a long way for bad publicity for WWE, because if they're supposed to be providing accurate stuff to shareholders, that could be bad.
Kind of tried to push it under the rug. You know what I mean? And kind of make it go away.
Yeah, not provide truthful
information.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you have like shareholders and a board that you have to answer to. I was going to say they've done it before, but that was back, before they went public. So that's a big what's the word? Way different than it would have been, back in the early 90s.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where this goes.
I am too, because it's been talked about for quite a while.
Yeah, I haven't checked the last couple of days because I figured that it was just gonna.
If something came out, it would be everywhere.
Yeah, Cultaholic, which used to be What Culture, or the guys who used to be part of What Culture, they're usually pretty good with getting stuff out. And I haven't seen anything, but I actually found his response on my own.
Oh, really?
Cultaholic, or any news sites. So I still haven't seen that. So, but I'm sure if something big came up, it would be everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If there was something going on, you'd know about it.
Yep. I'm just curious for updates, but he says he's not going to update anymore. So, but part of me is also wondering, like, is this just bullshit?
Yeah, I know. Is he just blowing smoke up your ass?
Well, just to drum up interest in whatever the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, that's very possible too. Because you really don't know.
And he put up a thing on, like, you have to actually go through Instagram, and it was like on his like mini story or whatever the fuck it is, and he's apparently like mad at people because they're like demanding
Answers.
Yeah, so he just basically is like mad at everybody for accusing him of being like not real and lying and all this other bullshit.
I mean, honestly, he's the only one that really knows.
Well, he apparently showed the serial number of the laptop and matched that with the receipt from, like, that supposedly proves that this is the actual laptop that Robert Rodriguez had. Like, this, like, he's not lying and people are still saying it's fake.
Well, you know, people are going to be stupid.
Yeah, especially stupid wrestling fans. You know, a lot of people don't understand how the world works. You know whom, you know, the kind of people I'm talking about.
I see him at shows every time I go.
So I mean, like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but this could be potentially bad for a lot of people because I believe he said that there's 15 names.
And remember, I mentioned to you off air before we got started. He had hinted that Cena could potentially be one of them.
Yeah. He did put up a picture of Cena.
Because there's one of him and Cena together, correct?
That's Cena, and that may be Richard Rodriguez. I don't know, because Richard Rodriguez looks a hell of a lot different now, but that's definitely not...
Or that's what I meant, Richard Rodriguez, I'm sorry.
That may be him, because the only pictures I have are current ones, and I don't know if it's the same person.
Yeah.
So,
like you said, dude, you're just curious to see when the ball drops to see what's going to come out.
Yeah, I'm going to see here. Here's some key things. Alright, after going through all the emails and texts and realizing so much, I talked to Richard into disclosing the entire story of how it all started based on the evidence I had in front of me in his communications to people. Oh, never mind. That's not everything. This only had 2 of them. Because it was like 5 or 6 written things that he had put up. And then it was a whole bunch of videos. Okay. But yeah, he's just waiting for, supposedly to have all the correct information.
I got you. That's the as the world turns in pro wrestling, that story.
Wait, hold on. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Because now people are saying, because there was a picture of Luther Reigns in one of the things.
Yes, I forgot. I had read that before we got on.
Yeah, apparently Reigns is still very much a subject of the documentary. It's just Luther's involvement confusing people, to say the least. Because he put up a thing that says, Luther and Roman are two different people. Stop spreading rumors and wait until I release more information. Be responsible, guys.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah, stop making up stories. Let me work. This is after he supposedly wasn't going to respond.
Oh, wow.
But these are through... Yeah, these are through his, like, not what he posts on Instagram, but I guess there's stories that you can put up.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I thought of you the other day because the rumor going around is that Keith Lee was offered a WWE contract.
Keith Lee and Big Van Walter.
Which is interesting because I don't think I could see Walter going there.
Apparently, he wants to stay in, I guess it's Germany, because he has a school there.
Yeah,
and he's
WXW.
comfortable there. Yeah, apparently he's really comfortable there. But I think he'd be fucking great. I mean, like, if WWE used him right, he's just such a throwback to, like, old school big men. Even though
that's why I like him.
He's really not even that tall. I think he's only like 6'3".
I believe you're right.
Oh, yeah, because I just looked up. He's either like 6'2", 6'3", or 6'4". I was very surprised because he looks so much bigger. I seen him and Zack Sabre in a PWG match.
Oh, so. Okay.
Oh, yeah, so the All In show has been announced for Chicago.
Yeah, I saw that. It's because I looked up the arena, and I'm like, I'm not familiar with it, but it's like basically in a suburb of Chicago.
Yeah. Yep.
When is the date again?
September 1st.
Nope. You're Daniel
Bryan will not be ready by then. His contract ends the 25th.
Right. No, what I was going to say is you're going to hear from now until the show about CM Punk.
Absolutely.
And did they announce when his next fight is for UFC yet?
I think, yes. Hold on.
I was just curious.
Yeah, I believe it's 225 in Chicago.
Okay.
June 9th, I believe it is.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
So if he fought and decided that's it, he could still switch right back. I'm not saying that he is.
Yeah.
Because to me, that would be the draw. And I'm not saying the other guys aren't draws, but if you really wanted to get, interest, bring him in.
I actually don't see anything confirming it.
Huh.
It says it looks like things are to be a lock, and apparently this other guy's a fucking nobody too. Mike Jackson, another fucking guy who's never won a fight in the UFC.
Oh, wow.
Michael Jackson. I mean, unless they're going to resurrect the fucking King of Pop.
Yeah. It almost, from what you're telling me, sounds like they're trying to, and I don't want to call him a cupcake, but they're almost trying to give him like a gimme.
Well, somebody with equally no experience.
Yeah.
I mean, what would absolutely be a gimme to everybody else in UFC is going to be a legitimate fight for him.
That's true, too. I'm curious to see how that all pans out. And if I remember correctly, speaking of UFC, wasn't it, was it Jones that got suspended?
That keeps getting suspended? Yeah. John Jones? Because he can't, because he's a fucking drug addict? Yeah.
Yeah, no, and then it was upheld recently.
Yes.
Because remember, he was saying he didn't do it, and he was like trying to fight it in court.
Yeah, no, he's guilty as fuck.
I know, and he's basically done. Like he'll never fight again.
I hope not.
Well, if I remember correctly, because his license got suspended, like I don't want to say indefinitely, but it was at least a couple years.
I think so. I think you're right.
Because I remember seeing it, and I was just like, wow. Because that was like one of the first things I saw, like when I got back home. And it kind of like caught my eye, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's right, I forgot. Ring of Honor has their pay-per-view tonight.
Really? Let me look that up. Is it? Oh, is it the 14th anniversary?
Yeah,
oh shit!
The anniversary show.
It just started. Wow, Brandy Rhodes versus Emma. That's not bad.
Yeah, Tennille.
Dashwood.
Yeah.
I think that's her real name.
Yeah, it is. That's what she goes by.
That's not bad. I'm actually trying to see if I can find.
Because they have the main event is Dalton Castle and Jay Lethal.
Is it?
I think.
Oh, that's right. It is. You're right.
So that should be interesting because everybody does that fucking springboard hand. You know the stunner he does.
Oh
I see
shit!
That shit everywhere now.
I have a working link for you.
Thank you very much.
Everybody else
one
can't
other thing
help
I
you.
completely forgot. WWE has a pay-per-view on Sunday.
Oh, fuck this pay-per-view. Useless ass pay-per-view. Everybody knows what's gonna happen already because everything's.
Which one is it?
Fastlane?
Is that what it is? I couldn't remember.
Fucking 6-way for the title.
I'm looking at I'm gonna go look at the card because that's the only one I know. Is that match?
There's one with Naomi and I think Natalia.
It's
Nakamura and Rusev.
Yeah, Nakamura versus Rusev, Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Natalia and Carmella, Charlotte versus Ruby Riott for the belt, the Usos versus the New Day for the belts.
That'll be a cool match that we've never seen before.
Yeah. Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton for the U.S. title.
And you said Nakamura Rusev?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's basically it.
That should be a really good match, Rusev and Nakamura.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, but I agree with you. It's like pay-per-view filler.
Yeah, it's not a very good pay-per-view. I'm not looking forward to it, so... I mean, like, why is that going to be the last thing before my fucking surgery? That shitty-ass pay-per-view. Then I gotta see the fallout.
Why do you have to punish me?
Fucking shit. What did I do wrong?
That's funny. Oh, man. But on that note, we're going to get out of here for tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. And we will see you back next time. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.